So we often find ourselves speaking with our clients about what insurance companies like to call gaps in treatment and how that is beginning to play a role in their case. And so today I thought I'd try to get ahead of this issue a little. So let's start with objective injuries, and then we'll get to sort of soft tissue injuries. With objective injuries like a broken bone, damage to internal organs, the treatment is almost automatic. Oftentimes you're being rushed to a hospital, you're being life flighted, you're being admitted, you're having surgery. Your life has been disrupted to the point where it's not even possible to entertain working. You're down for the count, and you are not going to get better unless you have this surgery and unless you have the follow-up treatment that comes after that surgery or set of surgeries. So it's not common to see gaps in treatment in those cases. What is far more common is when we have injuries that are not objective, injuries like a sprain or strain to a neck or a back, or an aggravation of a prior injury to those areas. For someone who's had a surgery to their neck before, has some hardware in their neck, and now that surgery may or may not have been disrupted. Or just someone who's never had an injury before but just has a sprain that won't go away in their knee or their back. In those cases, what we find is that people are going to do as little medical treatment as possible. They don't want their life disrupted any further than what's already disrupted their life. They have a family, they have a job, they have responsibilities, and so they're going to do as little medical treatment as they can humanly get away with, and I don't blame them. The insurance companies are going to use that to say the injury must not be that severe if you're not seeking medical treatment. And so a couple of different ways that can play out is we are looking at your life circumstances. Are you retired? Do you have a job responsibility? Do you have a grown family, or do you have little ones at home? What are the circumstances that are competing for your time against this medical treatment? And we have clients who they've got so many responsibilities that they're going to put this treatment last, and it's understandable. It's almost impossible for them to get that treatment. We also have clients that don't have a lot going on. They're retired and they're otherwise healthy, and they can get to this treatment. And so insurance companies are going to look at that too. Do you have a reason why you're not getting to this treatment? Is that a valid reason? Or is there nothing else going on in your life, in which case, man, you must not be hurting because you have nothing else stopping you from getting to that medical treatment. Another factor in these situations is other health issues. Are you fighting some other disease or injury that has nothing to do with this case, but is demanding a lot of your time for treatment? In those cases, we are looking at almost 2 files on one person. We're looking at a person that's going through cancer treatment, which has nothing to do with their injury case, except that it does because it's hampering their recovery of the injury case. The final main factor that we look at in gaps is this a gap that's being driven by the doctors, or is this a gap that's being driven by you? Sometimes your treatment providers are going to tell you, you've concluded a course of physical therapy, we want to give it a month to see how you feel. That's technically a gap, but the records are documenting that the doctor has told you not to treat for a month. The main concern is when the doctors are telling you that you should go seek a course of treatment and you are not doing that. Insurance companies call that non-compliant, and they will use that to paint a picture of basically a person that is claiming they're hurt, but they must not be. Again, real life is messier. In our experience, it is almost always a function of there's only so much time in this person's life. But it's a factor that you need to be aware of in your case. You're gonna hear us say in every circumstance, if you can, if the doctor is telling you to go get that treatment, trust your doctor and go get that treatment if at all humanly possible, or else it will come back to haunt you. And I think the biggest issue here is, how does this claim ultimately resolve? I talk a lot about peace of mind, and that peace of mind is a medical peace of mind, that you had the care that you needed, but also it's a peace of mind about how this process resolved with your attorney and with the insurance company. And if you have these gaps in treatment, that's going to disrupt your peace of mind both on your medical recovery and also on how this case comes to a conclusion. In the most simple terms, a gap in treatment is going to lower the value of the case if the insurance company can find a way to make it stick. And gaps in treatment are one of the most common tools that insurance companies use to reduce the value of your claim.